Hey guys, it's James the Rambling Dasher, and welcome to an episode of Dashing in the Dark. So here we are. We've dashed for about going on 4 hours now, and yeah, we're at like $61 and some change. It was going halfway decent, and then we hit a dry spot of about 30 plus minutes, well, almost 40 minutes, where we didn't get, I take that back. We got 2 orders that I declined. I was like, nope, not gonna do that. And then I got a $15 order that takes me way out in the middle of nowhere, and this is the second decent. I got a $14 order that was 28 minutes. And then I got this one that was about 20, maybe 25 minutes. I can't remember. It was 15 miles. So if that tells you anything, maybe it was 17 miles, because it's $15 and 17 miles. So I just dropped it off. We are driving back into town. Hopefully we're going to get somewhere close here to where we can get an order just shortly. But as I usually do, I start out these sessions, and I forgot to do it earlier tonight on my earlier episode, to start out with my ratings. But I'm going to jump over to the ratings real quick, and just kind of highlight that. Right now we're sitting at an overall rating of 68, and I'm pretty sure that's where we started at tonight. I'm struggling with AR. I'm struggling with on time right now. So get into the ratings. Is my AR is at 72%, which isn't bad as far as how they calculate the. They give you out of, like, for AR it's worth 30 points, and 68%, or whatever I'm at, 72%. Is at 25 out of 30 points, so not really bad at all. My completion rate is at 100%. It's worth 15, so I'm 15 out of 15. My quality is worth 15, so I'm 15 out of 15 because I have 100% quality. My customer rating is 4.99, so I got 99 5 stars and 1 4 star, so I got a 4.99, which is 10 out of 10 towards that 100. And then the one that's kicking my butt is this on time rating, and I'm at 68% on my on time, but that's 3 out of 30. So they really put a lot of emphasis on time. And I've looked at my last 100, because they do give you the ability to see your total 100 that's in your bucket right now. And now granted, I can't tell you without looking now, because I've had X number of deliveries so far. But before I started tonight, I looked at the last 10 that would fall off if I got 10 orders. I only had 3 lates that would fall off. And then so far tonight, let's take a look. September 19th, I've had 1 late. So yeah, 1 late, and let's see how many on times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on time. So 6 deliveries in 4 hours. Not the best. Now I can tell you, like, this past delivery had 2 pickups for 1 drop off. I'm assuming that's only 1 delivery. I'm not real sure how they do that. It's in here, it shows small cake plus 1 other. So, and I was on time. And I was plus 11. I mean, I was negative 11 minutes overall. So not too bad on that. Both the pickups, I don't know how they do this crap. Oh, It says my pickup at Firehouse was 3 minutes early, the pickup at another place. And here's some crap as I get a Subway for $3.75, right? $3.75 for 4.3 miles. And I'm just not gonna do that. I'll take another hit on my AR and decline that one. So I get aggravated over that crap. $3.75. There's no way I'm gonna make 100 when I accept $3.75 orders. Even if it does knock me down the notch. So if I start to see an uptick in my on time to where I can start growing that, and then I'll dedicate time to collecting all the crap orders to try to get my AR up there. But I'm not gonna get my AR up there when I feel pretty good about the on-time deliveries today. I've only got one that was late, and it was truly a McDonald's order, and I can't do anything about it because I was there on time, but McDonald's, were taking their sweet time to get it all together. So what am I supposed to do, right? So I was late picking it up, but I was on time delivering it. So I can't do anything about it. So, you know, I try. I can't fix that. So, hey, for you guys that are new, much appreciated. You listen to my little rants there about DoorDashing, but this is what we do. We talk about DoorDashing. We sometimes we get into personal stuff, but this is just a ride along. And I am the rambling dasher, so I reserve the right to ramble about whatever I want to ramble about. And sometimes I hope it's entertaining. I hope that if it's something you're thinking about doing or you already do, then maybe you get something out of my rants on DoorDash. So yeah, I don't know, maybe. We started the channel probably back in early April, late March maybe. And I don't know, we're just growing slow. I think we're up to like 66 or so subscribers on YouTube. I also have a Facebook page. I know this only shows on YouTube, but I do have a Facebook page. And jump in and out of some DoorDash groups on Facebook. So follow us over there if you're already following us on the Facebook, or if you aren't, on YouTube. If you aren't following us on YouTube, then maybe you should follow us on YouTube and Facebook. How about that? That would be, you know, that's like getting two for the price of one right there. I'm just saying. But no, you know, someday I'd like to see it grow a little bit faster. But, you know, we're just out here having fun. It's somewhat boring sometimes just driving around listening to radio and all that stuff. So I do hopefully give people some insight into what we're doing, and sometimes just insight into, you know, maybe just me, but maybe how other people feel as well. So anyway, I am back into a dashable area, and I am not getting any orders. So I think I'm gonna drive up on Military in Benton, sorry, just to see if anything comes about. So I'm gonna drive around downtown, the courthouse, and then start heading back towards Bryant if I don't get anything this way. So, and I'm gonna pause this video and just kind of pay attention to the road and hopefully not have any kind of altercations with anyone. And yeah, so fingers crossed we get a decent order, and I will be back as soon as we do. So see you in a sec. All right guys, we just took a $5 order from Wendy's. It's like a mile and a half. And I was right at the front door. So it says pick up by 8:05. No, pick up by 8:11. It's 8:05 right now. I'm marking that I've arrived at the store. Gonna go in and send these people a little message. And so maybe tonight I'll get on here. I haven't done this in a while, but I do have 3 things that I like to try to do. Or no, I have 3 times that I send messages to people every single order. So we'll cover those, and then maybe some other highlights or tips and tricks. But anyway, so we're gonna run in, we're gonna pick this up. We'll be back shortly. So I go to Wendy's and the doors are locked, right? So the only option I have, and no one will unlock the door, so I get in the drive-thru, and there's at least, well, there's 3 cars in front of me now. There was 4, so now we're gonna so I'm gonna put some more messages on here. Add to get in. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, we have the Wendy's picked up. Obviously, we were late picking it up. Not that we could pick it up any faster. And we have a 1-minute grace period on delivering with a red light in front of me. So it's supposed to be delivered by 8:20. GPS says 8:19. It's only 3 minutes away. So, man, I've got a big truck in front of me that I can't see the light, but he's going, I guess. He's waiting on traffic. And we're stuck at another red light. So, yeah, if we get behind on this one, there ain't much I can do to make it up. So the light did change green. There's one more light that we have to go through. And that dude is turning up in front of me, so maybe we can get through that green light. I do have the window down. And we made it. Okay, now where to? Alright, so all this trouble for $5. And we're probably going to take a hit on our lateness on this one as well. I continuously send in late reports on every single order that I pick up. Because it's late when I pick it up. I don't have any control over it. I deliver it on time. So, I don't think I've delivered a single one. Maybe this one right here, because I just missed the freaking turn. I hate these things. I absolutely hate them. And there's no place to turn around at all. It says go up there and go around the roundabout up there and then just go back. That's all I can really do. As dark as it is out here, it is kind of dangerous to be pulling in somewhere, backing out into this road. So, yeah, missed a turn. This one's late. It says it's maybe I can still get it on time. Maybe. Hell, I might miss the road again. People are like, what's this fool doing the loop around the roundabout? Alright, I got to pay attention because I can't see where this road is. Not this one, but the next one. Up over the top of this hill, and there it is. I almost passed it again. That is like very hard to see. Alright, I'm gonna deliver this in these dark houses. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're at 66.35. 7 out of 12 orders accepted. $2 base and $3 tip. So, I didn't look to see how much time we had eclipsed. But somewhere in the neighborhood of 4+ hours, which also means that my microphone needs some battery. Needs a little battery. Let me get this other one plugged in here. Oh, sorry people, y'all are getting backed up. Alright, so here we go, back into town to see what other delights we might attract. Both the microphone and the whatever that thing is called. I don't know what it's called. Oh, the receiver are both charging now. So I can't remember it if and I don't think I did, but just in case you haven't looked, in the comments, in the description both, there's a link to our link tree, and about the third tab down we have a Rambling Dasher store at Amazon. So all the things that we use and all the things that we can get off of Amazon that we eat. So sometimes I'll eat like nuts and things, granola bars. I get these granola bars that I had earlier, and Cliff bars that I get those off of Amazon. My speaker, whatever this thing is called, the microphone and the receiver came from Amazon. I think the newer one that I got a newer one and gave it to my daughter, and I used the old one for this. But yeah, so we have that, and came off of there. I have what I think is freaking awesome is a wireless phone charger that's mounted to the vent. And I use it dashing, and I love it because it also has a automatic clamp down on your phone. When you set the phone in the little thing, it clamps down on your phone, and then you just push the button and it releases it, but it wirelessly charges. So the cord just stays plugged into the charger, and you just sit your phone in there and it clamps down on it. And then like when I get ready to go out to take pictures of dropping off food or whatever, then I just push the button, pop the phone out and go. I used to do this all the time before I got this one, and I had to plug in my phone every single time, and then 90% of the time when I go to take the phone out, I forgot to unplug it. So that's what happens a lot of times, how your freaking chargers or your port get bent and they no longer charge. So this is the wireless charging, which is very nice. Anyway, that's my plug anyway for us making a little bit of extra money, and it doesn't cost you anything other than the stuff that you're already going to buy. I will say that I think we've had 3 different people purchase stuff on there so far, so much appreciated. It just helps us with the things that we do. You know, we're out here DoorDashing. We're to make money. We're out here, you know, plugging Cliff Bars to make money on Amazon. And I will tell you, you don't even have to buy anything off of our list. If you go on there and purchase anything using the link that we gave you, then we get a percentage of whatever you, we get a commission, let's put it that way. And it doesn't cost you anything extra. I did make sure of that before I ever put it out there, because I seen those things. It's like, hey, like, we're gonna give, we're gonna raise the price and give you the difference, right? But no, this isn't that way. So I kind of like that. Much appreciated to those people who have purchased on our channel. Every little bit goes a long way. So yeah, check it out. There's some neat things in there. There's a rain jacket that I use, a Columbia rain jacket that I got. I don't remember what all else I got on there. I eat a lot of cashews, almonds, and pistachios just to snack on. So those are on there. I do try to get them in bulk so they're cheaper. And I usually get them like they have a big old thing of almonds, and they don't go bad. I just put them in one of those big colander, I don't know what they're called, not colander, but I don't know, things you keep flour and stuff in your kitchen, right? One that seals up. So I just pop the lid, go grab a handful, and go about my way. Or sometimes I'll put like all 3 of the types of nuts in a cup and bring them in the car and just munch on stuff. That way I'm not holding a bunch in my hand. They're in a cup and I can just pour them in my mouth like I'm drinking stuff. But anyway, lots of things out there that we have on our Amazon Rambling Dasher store on Amazon. So check it out. So I'm driving downtown Benton. There's lots and lots of cars down here, but there's no orders to be found. So it says average wait 2 to 8 minutes. So right now, not getting anything. So I'm gonna drive over by Yum Yum real quick. I have heard this, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that if it's a one-way street and you can turn left, if you're on a one-way street on the left-hand lane and you're gonna turn into the left-hand lane, you can turn on a red light, just like you would turn right into the right-hand lane. And that doesn't have to be a one-way street, but in this scenario with left turning into the left, they say that you can do that. And downtown Benton has some of those situations. I'm gonna drive over by Yum Yum. They're probably open for another 30 minutes or so. But oh, and I just got a $5.50 order for Little Caesars for 2.9 miles. I'm gonna accept it because I'm not getting any other orders. Dang, that thing's freaking loud. Left onto Northeast Street. I don't know how I turned the volume all the way up on that. Now I'm sitting at a freaking stoplight. So I'm half a mile away, 1 minute away from Little Caesars. It's said to pick up the order by 8:38, and the directions say I'll be there by 8:32. So that gives me a 6-minute window at Little Caesars, and they've never had an order out in 6 minutes in their life. So it'll probably be another late one. This is the deal with all these freaking restaurants around here. They're all late. So maybe at 8:30 they won't be so crazy booked. And this is the crazy deal, is I get late orders on $5 orders, which is somewhat frustrating. Alright, I'm here. We're gonna go pick this up. Catch you back in a minute. Alright guys, they actually had it ready when I went in there. Now I had to figure out with the lady there to figure out what sauces they needed. But anyway, we got them. And we're headed that way. We got about maybe about a 6 to 8 minute gap. A grace period is what I call it. So it says that we should be there at 8:43, and it has to be delivered by 8:50. So that's a decent grace period on this delivery. So man, the speaker keeps on going off. So it's taking us back across the freeway. So yeah, anyway. So for $5 and some change, maybe this won't be that bad, won't be that many minutes out of our way. And we can go pick up some more stuff. I wasn't paying attention to the start time, but it was probably, I don't know. I am not sure what time we started. Oh, I gotta get on the freeway? What the heck? Where is this thing taking me? It's still 5 minutes away. I gotta go on the other side of the freeway. I gotta go to those dang freaking, what is it? I bet I gotta go to the, to that motel over there. I bet you anything. I bet you anything. It doesn't say. It doesn't say an apartment number or room number.
Drive northeast on Interstate 30 frontage road, Arkansas 5 for 1 mile.
That's very weird. I think it changed directions on me because I thought I was going to be there earlier, but now it says, well, no, I still got an 8 minutes of a grace period to get there. I don't know, maybe, oh no, it's up on a road back behind, I think it's back behind the motel, it's a hotel, this one's a hotel, but anyway, it's looks like it's a house. So, yeah. The life of a delivery driver in Bryant or Benton, Arkansas. So if you've stuck around this far into this video, which we are almost 30 minutes in on this video, so kudos to you for sticking around that far, I guess, you know, and you haven't fallen asleep. Wow, I'm very proud of you, and maybe even me for not putting you to sleep. Just a little bit of background, if you haven't watched my channel before, is I have a full-time job. I do this to, so the reason I started DoorDashing is because I needed to find a way to make a little bit of extra money. So For a good while there, I had 2 jobs that paid me really well. But when one of them went away, it was a contract job. When that contract job went away, the one by itself wasn't quite enough. So back in, I think it was 2019, I lost my one job that did pay enough. Another company bought the company I worked for, bought them out in 2015, and I was the last one on my team to be let go. Because they were not going to implement the software that they purchased. They were buying us to sell our customers their software. So it's a pretty crappy way to go earn business, right? By buying your competitor out and then selling your crappy software to another company's customers. Yeah. So if your software isn't good enough that they would purchase it to start with, let's go buy the company with the better software out and force them to use our crap software. Oh well. So yeah, needless to say, I didn't keep that job. And that was 6 years ago. So what's my favorite saying about this is like, bitter much? That's what I think about it. No, I'm not bitter much. But anyway, all right, I'm at this house. I'm gonna go drop this food off. I hope this is the house anyway, so we'll be right back. All right, so we got that delivered. It was $5.50, $2 base, $3.50 tip, 4 hours and 38 minutes. So 4 hours and 38 minutes. Well, could be worse. Could be worse. Continue dashing. Let's go. I'm gonna just run over to my ratings real quick and see if this one or the previous one was late. So Wendy's was late, McDonald's was late, so both of those, and I knew it. So the Wendy's was, oh, that's some crap. It says I delivered it at 8:21, so I was late delivering it as well. That's the one where it had 10 minutes with no grace period to deliver it, and I made that freaking wrong turn. So yeah, what am I gonna do? Let's see if I can dispute it. Your dispute wasn't accepted. No kidding. So yeah, I got 67% now, so I've dropped one more on that. Yeah, these are frustrating. I don't know how I'm gonna, on those kind of things, there's just like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any way, number one, to, if the restaurant locked the front door and made you sit through a long line of drive-through cars, what are you gonna do? If you go into a McDonald's and they take 10 minutes to bring the food out, what are you gonna do? They can't do anything. Accept your fate of living in silver. Accept your fate. So yeah, it's very frustrating to get that kind of crap. So 2 to 9 minute average wait. So yeah, it's kind of where we are. 2 to 9 minutes. We're gonna drive around. I don't think I'm even gonna get off the freeway and go back to the Alcoa exit and see what's happening down there. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, I don't mind going. I might just go back on Alcoa. Go up there by Taco Bell. It sucks that I get in there and get those late orders like that, though. And it would be a lot better if I could just turn around and get another freaking order, even if it was $5, because if they're relatively close, I can knock them out pretty quick. At least 3 in an hour, right? But I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. All right. So I need communication, people. So here's the question of the day, and it's just, what is the last movie you watched? What's the last movie you watched? Did you like it? Right? So the kid was over last night, and I voted for some football, and I got voted out 2-1. So we watched Tom Cruise in War of the Worlds, the second one. Or no, the Tom Cruise version. We watched that other version a few weeks ago, like maybe a couple of months ago, and it was horrible. The Ice Cube, I get those guys mixed up. I think it was Ice Cube. But it was absolutely atrocious. The CGI was horrible. The acting was horrible. The script was horrible. Everything about that whole one was horrible. So but the Tom Cruise one, now I can tell you this, I saw it years ago. I've seen it more than once, because I mean, me and my kids watched it together, I don't know, 2 or 3, 4 years ago maybe. But I don't remember the ending the same as what I saw last night. So the ending last night is like all this devastation all over in every city, and he takes his daughter to where his wife's parents live, and there's nothing wrong there. Their house is just fine. They step out of their stairway, and yeah, it's like a brand new world with all this devastation around them, but their house is untouched, you know? I just thought it was like, that's the weirdest freaking ending. And it turns out his son comes out there, so he found his way there as well somehow. We don't know that story, but the movie did have a few little redeeming qualities, as I don't know, maybe a lot of Tom Cruise movies do. Like, he wants to be a good dad, and I think he does that in his movies as well, whenever he does have kids, for the most part. Alright, driving through the strip here in downtown, or not downtown, this is off of downtown, Benton, where all the fast food places are, and we are not getting any offers. So we're up to $71.85. I may have mentioned that when I accepted that last order. I don't recall. But yeah, $71.85 after almost 5 hours on a Friday night. Last week I was platinum. This week I'm silver. Last week I had 6 hours and I had $132, so about 24 bucks an hour, which is possibly a record, close to a record. Other than one time I just got an ungodly tip from this lady that I drove all the way to like Sheridan on a catering deal. I had another one where I got a huge tip from a Panda Express order where it was a catering deal where I had trays of food to carry inside the I don't know, wherever that Parks and Rec building is, where the swimming pool and stuff like that and the basketball courts down in Benton. I don't know what the name of it is, but those are two big tip orders that probably made a day right there. But last Friday, $132. I don't know that it was a record, but it was pretty doggone close to being a record for one night. And not working overtime. I mean, I was right at 6 hours, 132 bucks. Yeah, not a bad gig. Tonight, driving around, no orders. You know, the crazy thing is I did 6 hours. And we'll see tonight at the end, I will have at least 2 hours of non-active time, meaning I'm just driving around. Some of it is driving back from long deliveries, but other times I'm just driving around, no orders, nothing. And so that's frustrating. When I have low status like this, like all week this week, I've had 2 hours. In like the first night, I had 5.5 hours. 2 hours and 45 minutes were inactive. Wednesday night, I think I dashed 6 hours and I had over 2 hours of inactive time. Tonight, I'm gonna have, if I make it 6 hours, which is only another hour and 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna have over 2 hours of inactive time. And yeah, I'm not getting any orders, that's for sure. Not getting any orders at all. Monday, I had 5 hours. It was right at 5 hours and 21 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And I had 8 deliveries in 5 hours and 21 minutes. That is, I don't know. I only had 2 hours and 45 minutes of active time. So that's not bad, 8 deliveries in 2 hours and 45 minutes. But when you double that time and you have 5 hours and 30 minutes and you only have 8 deliveries, that's barely like 1.5 delivery an hour. Tonight, I don't know how many deliveries I have tonight. This thing, it says this dash 7185, but it doesn't tell me how many orders I've done. So yeah, somewhat frustrating. I wonder, I'm gonna go back in there, go to my dash preferences, because what I did is I turned off my pizza cash on delivery the other night. I'm just gonna turn it back on, see if I get any cash orders, because at least with cash orders there's a chance that I can get a tip. You know, right now I'm not getting squat. I'm not getting any orders, so maybe a cash order would come up, because not a lot of people do cash deliveries. So I'm just driving up Military, turns into Highway 5, headed to Bryant. Driving past Lost Pizza back here. I may just go to the house. I think I'm gonna try to dash a little bit after the Razorback game tomorrow, like 3 to 6 or something, because I've just had a crappy week. I mean, 60, maybe $65, $92, and now 70, 71. And I really need to, because the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have not gotten. I take that. Last week, I got $300. I broke, like, I don't know, like maybe around 320, 330, because I had a 226 or a 126, or I don't know, whatever I said I had. Whatever I said I had last Friday. This Friday, $71. And I can't get any freaking orders. This is what's ridiculous. So I really believe that having platinum is going to bump you up there to be able to get the orders. Because platinum people don't have a wait list. They get priority on all the orders. Gold and silver are bumped down, and you don't get as fast as a platinum person would. So I don't know. I will tell you guys another thing, that I ran into a lady that said she was having a really good night. This was one night earlier this week. She says she just got a $30 tip delivering a Spark for Walmart. And I was like, $30? Really? And she goes, yeah, it was just 2 tubs of ice cream. I was like, freaking frack. And it was just on the other side of the freeway from Walmart. And so I was like, I tried to sign up for Spark a year ago and nothing. So I went and started logging in and trying to get through it again, and I don't know, I don't remember getting this far last time. It's obviously all bot stuff, but they're doing background checks on me. They've checked my license. They took my picture for my driver's license. They do all the stuff. Oh, look, $3 for cookie crumble. AR going down in the 60s. So my AR just took another hit, down to 69. So it is what it is. I'm not delivering for $3. I don't even like delivering for $5. But to get $3 orders, it would take me 6 of those in an hour. So here's a Wingstop for $12.75. The negative, it's 10.7 miles, but I'm gonna accept it. I need to make more money, so this will put us in the 80s. So this might take us the rest of my hour in the 9 o'clock hour. Maybe it won't take us a full hour, maybe like 40 minutes. So 40 minutes to get this delivered for $12, and then maybe come back and try to get another order in. Maybe might get to 90, maybe. I would just need another $8 order after that. So we're gonna try, even if we have to work a little OT. But fingers crossed. I'm gonna hit pause, run in and grab this. We'll be right back. Stick around and see where we finish up tonight. Alright guys, so we picked up that order to Wingstop, and we got it delivered, and it was $12.75, and I just clicked off of it, so I don't know what it was or anything, but $12.75, we're up to $84.60. And my daughter from Japan gave me a call, and we're just chit-chatting on the phone while I'm driving around out in the backwoods. So I'm gonna hit pause again. We'll catch you when we get another order. See you in a minute. All right guys, we have accepted a 10 plus, not a plus, but $10 and some change order for Papa John's, and we have picked it up. We definitely did not get the on-time pickup as usual, but I do have a grace period on the delivery of a few minutes. So it says deliver by 10:21, and when I go to the directions it says it'll be there by 10:17. So I don't know that we can make it there before the time that we run out, or anyway, for the delivery to be in the positive and or vice versa, whatever, and the pickup to be in the negative. So I don't know, but if it's late, it's late. But it's $10. This puts us at, oh, this is gonna put us up over $95, maybe 90, maybe 85, 95, maybe 96 bucks. So not a bad deal.
Drive northwest on North Reynolds Road.
Okay, so
then turn left onto Arkansas 5. Continue for 1
I'm not making any headway towards getting my ratings up there. So I don't know how to go about doing that, other than I'm trying to get my on-time delivery every single time. But I don't have any control over these restaurants being late. So I'm just gonna keep sending in messages and say every single time, and I'll probably call support after I get off of this call, after I get off of this DoorDash, and just let them know. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna call them tonight. I'm too tired. I'm ready to go home. I still gotta do some steps tonight. I think we are, where are we at on our steps? We are at 7651, and we need 10,000, so a little less than 2,500 steps to go. So one thing I will say is that anybody that's still watching with no light, so the real dashing in the dark, I appreciate you guys hanging around this late. Much appreciated. My daughter called me from Japan. I will say this: she does not have a job and doesn't foresee being able to get one. So she has a limited amount of money to pay for this school that she decided to go to, so she will probably have to figure out how to get a loan to be able to afford to stay there. But if she could make a little bit of money here and there, it would be greatly appreciated. And we have a Japanese t-shirt of the month. So if you check in my Linktree link down below in the description, the very first thing on that Linktree is her Japanese t-shirts of the month. If you like the design and you want it on a sweatshirt or a hoodie, maybe, we can also do that. It would be obviously more money because hoodies and sweatshirts are more expensive than the t-shirts. But I think I should probably put those out there. I think they would look nice. I haven't made any t-shirts and hoodie designs in a while. Or not t-shirts but hoodies and sweatshirt designs. But most of the designs we do, they do look pretty cool on a hoodie or on a sweatshirt. I do this Tip Top Chew one, and I have it on hoodies. Obviously, it's way too hot to be thinking about wearing a hoodie right now. But you know what? It's coming up. It's coming up in probably another 60 days here. And I know where she's at. She's like complaining about it being miserable because it's 30 degrees there. But 30 degrees Celsius is like 90 degrees every day. And she said it's so humid. And she don't have a car. It takes her 10-15 minutes to walk to and from school every day. So she doesn't have a bicycle, so she just walks, and she's like, she's miserable doing that, but it's good for her. But anyway, so we got to talking. I keep encouraging her to create a YouTube channel, but she hasn't done it. And I think it's just one of those, like, just fearful that no one will watch or anything like that. And I'm like, just go out there and do it. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just go put something out there. Start putting things out there and figure it out as you go. Just kind of like this channel, right? I do have other ideas with this channel. The only problem I have is time. Between people in my life, jobs, dashing itself, I don't have time to do all the stuff that I want to do with this channel or other channels that I might want to make. You know, I really want to do like travel type channel, because that's where I see myself in 3 or 4 years after my kid graduates and gets in college, or if he's going to go to work or whatever. I'm selling everything, and we are not going to have the house that we live in unless he figures out that he's going to stay at home, get a job, and pay for the house. Then I will gladly let him keep it. But I also know that it's hard. I know it would be hard for him to live here, and the house that we have has appreciated in value, and I've paid a lot off on it, to where I ought to come clear of like $100,000, and I'm just like, I could really be able to use $100,000 to supplement my income in quote-unquote retirement, where we are traveling around the world and living off of the income from the house and other retirement savings and other things. So being able to sell the house and sell all the stuff is the idea, and then we just travel. And I watched 2 different YouTubers today that traveled the world, including their flights, their health insurance, all the stuff, health care, and living abroad for 12 straight months. Both of them, one of them I had seen before, and I didn't realize it until I went to click the like button, and I'd already liked it. But yeah, both of them, one of them spent $42,000 for 2 people last year in 2024, And the other couple spent $38,000 last year. And one of them went on a 31-day cruise to start their year off. 31-day cruise, and it was probably one of the more expensive months. That was their January, and they spent like $5,500 for the whole month. I'm like, good night. That, I don't know. I just want to I want to do that kind of stuff. I don't want to just live here and do the day in and day out things. But hey, I'm right here at this house. We're going to be right back to wrap this thing up. So hold on. All right, guys, we are at $95.41. I'm very tempted to keep going, but I don't need to. It's 10:18. I just need to go to the house. It's 95.41. Let me just end this dash. End dash right there. Are you sure? End dash. There we go. Alright, so it says 95.41 in 6 hours and 12 minutes. Hold on one second. I don't know how to get out of this place. We're going to backtrack. So I did 10 out of 16 offers accepted. The total for the week is $250. So I'm gonna DoorDash a little bit, maybe tomorrow, to try to get this extra $50 to put me over $300 for the week. I feel a little bit better this second half of this one. I mean, the first half was at 46-ish. And then it took me, I don't know, it took me a long time to get up there. But then I had a long delivery for a $12 order, and that was a $10 order. So yeah, it got me back going in the right direction. I don't know how to get out of this place. But let's go over to, this is where I always try to plug in the overview of my earnings for the night on the screen right here. So I can't find it. Okay, there we go. 95.41. So, and expand to show the DoorDash pay versus customer tips. So tonight was $36.75 with DoorDash pay, $58.66 on the tips. So it looks like we came through with a little bit of tips there. Must have been towards the end, because we weren't getting that great of ones early on, or maybe we were, maybe we weren't, I don't know. But anyway, we got we ended up with $95.41. It says we had 10 offers, 11 deliveries. So we had, wow. So 6 hours and 12 minutes of dash time, 3 hours and 46 minutes of active time. So that's roughly equates to 2.5 hours of inactive out of the 6 hours. So yeah, it's quite a bit there. I can't see squat, so okay, there we go. So yeah, it is all right. I mean, being silver is a huge hindrance. I can promise you that. It's a huge hindrance. I don't know. It could have been that, you know, it was just a great night last Friday night and tonight wasn't. but I don't know how to say that I worked the same amount of time and made $30+ less. That's you know, I don't know. It's hard to say that. Obviously, you want to get the best offers that you can and get them as quick as you can. Last week, I think I had active time of 5 hours out of 6, and this time I have 3 hours and 46 out of 6 hours and 12 minutes. So, yeah, not that great. So that's the earnings. Ended up at, after 3 nights, 252, because I made 64.95 the first night, 92 the second night, 95.41 the third night. And the earnings, or not earnings, but the ratings, we're at, I dropped a rating digit tonight because, yeah, it's just bad. Because my AR dropped more to 69. So I got a 67 out of 100 because my AR is dropping like gangbusters. There's a dog crossing the road. I can't even see him. So 69%, which is 24 out of 30. Still at 100%, which is 15 out of 15 on my completion rate. My quality rate is 100%, so that's 15 out of 15. My customer rating, 4.99, 499 stars, or whatever you want to call it, is 10 out of 10. And then my AR is at 69%, as well as my, not my AR, my on time. My on time and my AR are both 69%. Now the funny thing about the two is that both are at 69, but 69 on your on time is only worth 3 out of 30, right? And 69 on your AR is worth 24 out of 30. So if I had 24 out of 30 on both of those, I would probably be close to being gold. But yeah. People, why are you riding that bike on the edge of the road in the middle of the night? So, yeah, that on-time rating sucks. It will suck the life out of you. So I think I did maybe go up a couple. I don't know that for sure. I only had 11 deliveries, so it could have knocked 3 off, but I had 2 that were late. And they did not count that particular order as being late. So that'll be interesting to look at. Papa John's. So, it said late pickup excluded. So that was nice of them. I don't know how. But they excluded that one. Why won't they exclude the other ones? And I delivered it early by 5 minutes. So maybe because I still had a real time difference of -2 minutes. So on the pickup it says 10:01 was the time I was supposed to pick it up at, and I picked it up at 10:04, and then I delivered it at 10:16, and it was supposed to be delivered by 6:21, which is 5 minutes, which that gave me a net of 2 minutes. But then on here it says late pickup excluded, so I'll take it. But at the same time, why didn't they exclude it from McDonald's earlier? Why didn't they exclude it from the other place that I got it earlier? Wendy's. So, I don't know. Why didn't they exclude it from all these other places where I have it on here? Yeah, if they excluded all the ones that I had that were that were late on the pickup, then I would definitely be gold. I would no doubt in my mind, I would be platinum. If they would update that and all the ones in the past based upon the pickup time, I would be platinum in a heartbeat. But we do what we can do, people, right? Hey, thank you guys for sticking around. Check out those Japanese t-shirts, help my daughter out. She makes like $10 per shirt after the price of the purchase for $21, and I think there's like $4 and some change delivery fee. And that if you get the same shirt in different sizes, the delivery fee might go down a little bit per shirt, but we've got it set so she makes right at $10 per shirt. So if you have an opportunity to take a look at those, if you have another opportunity to take a look at the Rambling Dasher Amazon store, so if you know you're going to get something on Amazon, use our link no matter what you're going to get, and it just helps us out. So we got a few other things listed in that link tree, that other ways that we can make commissions or referral bonuses or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, we'd greatly appreciate any of those that you send our way. So thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe. Stay safe out there. Tell the people that you care about that you love them. See ya.